So Zlatan has arrived. I don't know if it was the beginning of this week or the beginning of last week, but he's arrived to AC Milan, and this is a weird type of move. I mean, I know it was speculated like all this time, ever since like he was knocked out of the MLS Cup with LA Galaxy and him not reaching those objectives that he wanted, and him still feeling that he's able to contribute so much to the game. And I feel like he still feels that he's still to that standard of European football, and he's been there at AC Milan. He knows what it takes. They're not at their perfect state right now, but I'm pretty sure him coming in, it's a plus. It might not be for automatic impact. It might not be for a long-term deal. It's only for 6 months. He signed for 6 months. And I know they're not really expecting that much of him. They're just expecting, I don't know. I feel like they mostly brought him in for a leadership type position. That's what also the pundits from ESPN were saying. Because you're going to get goals, but like they're saying that he might not reach over 8. And I feel kind of the same. Maybe he might reach it depending how he plays, because he just doesn't run like he used to. He said it himself, like he can't run like he used to, but he knows that he has to shoot from like 40 yards out, 30 yards out. And he has the talent. We saw it in MLS. We saw goals of all sorts. But we know that in Serie A, it's a different ball game. It's more physical. The defenses are way better. The goalies are way better. It's a way more established league. It's one of the top 5 leagues in the world. But I feel like if he could come into this team and be an automatic impact. I'm pretty sure. And I feel like he maybe could get those 8 goals. Maybe. I feel like his potential is probably 10. Maybe the potential's there. Probably 8 is more solid. He could maybe get 6, but who knows? He might get assist as well. We don't know what he's gonna bring to the table. Is what I'm saying. And we know his quality. This guy, anything in the air, he's getting that ball in the net. And as well, with like anything, wherever you put the ball, he can even do tijeras, like scissor kicks, or even bicycle kicks. He can do like everything. This guy has like a black belt in taekwondo. This guy's resume is so impressive. But I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see if he actually contributes to the team. We'll see if I think they're at the bottom half right now. I'm not too sure. I'm not really paying attention to the Serie A, but maybe he might get him out of that. I know they want to be in those top positions. I know maybe not top 4, but I'm pretty sure they want to be in that Europa League conversation, and then come right back up into being league contenders, because they used to be up there in the 80s. My father tells me all the time that all these Dutch players that I have no idea. Even the manager at Everton, Ancelotti, was a good player at AC Milan. I have no idea who were the players. I didn't live through that time, but all I know is the 2000s and on. And I've seen Zlatan. I've seen most of his career because, it was all during my childhood and even my teenage years and all that. And I saw him at Paris Saint-Germain. He was in the conversation to be top 3. It was Messi, Ronaldo, and him. And maybe Neymar gets in there, but if we're talking about goals, he's always been up there. He's always been a big ego. He's super confident. He knows what he can contribute, and he does not. He always backs himself. He does not back down to anybody. He always talks a big talk and whatever. And if he failed or whatever, he does not blame himself. But the guy steps up. The guy steps up in big games, and he knows what he's doing. Like I said, I don't know what he's gonna contribute to this team. It could be a lot of goals. It could be a leadership position. It could be whatever, It could just be a publicity stunt. We have no idea why they brought him back. I'm pretty sure it's more of a leadership position because there's a lot of young talent there. But the way they're gonna play, it could vary, because I think if they do put him in, he's not gonna be put in like as a starter. I'm pretty sure they're gonna continue with Piatek. But you give him a good 30 minutes, 20 minutes against those tired defenders, and he's gonna make them pay. Because this guy, he's a presence. He's a physical presence. This guy's like 6'5", probably like 200 pounds, maybe 180. I have no idea. how big he is, but he's a physical presence. Like I said, anything in the air, he's getting his head on it. And if you put it like close to him, he's gonna get that. And if you give him just that little amount of space, we know how lethal he is in the shot. This guy can shoot, and he knows how to aim, and he knows how to aim super hard. But like, I mean, those are all qualities that he possesses and that he can bring. I felt like a lot of the problems that he faced in LA was maybe the franchise players, those things where they could only have, I think it's like 3 per team, and I think he was one, Giovanni was one, and then his brother was probably a franchise player, maybe somebody else. And all these things that hinder the growth of the team, you know. And there wasn't any quality. I've seen some games in the playoffs, and that team looks horrible. Like, they're just throwing them scraps. Like, anything they could win, they just, like, throw a long ball or just lob it towards Zlatan. And Zlatan has to fight for it, and, I don't know, play with Antuna. I don't know who else played beside him, things like that. I'm not really so sure. I think it was Efrain Alvarez or Juarez. I forgot his name. No, it's Alvarez. And I mean, it was basically scraps. He was playing for scraps, and he had to make of it because whatever they gave him, it wasn't any good service. I know the team is different, you know, and I think to take in the point is, like, I feel like Cristiano hasn't been really successful in this league in Serie A, and he was successful with Real Madrid because Real Madrid mostly played for Cristiano, and I feel like Zlatan commands that type of presence. He has that type of reputation where he really does demand that type of respect. And I'm pretty sure, since there's a lot of young players, like, I'm pretty sure they grew up watching Zlatan, so they might have that sort of idol or that sort of, you know, that sort of awe moment when they see him, or they pay him his respect. You know, they might actually play for him for what he's done, his career, his resume, the titles he's won, all these things. They might actually pay respect to it. And I feel like, I'm not too sure who the manager is, but I'm pretty sure if they put people beside him, I know, like you saw in the photo, Çalhanoğlu might play on the left wing. It could be beside him. I'm not too sure of his quality. I haven't seen him since, like, I don't know, Bayer Leverkusen days. But the guy's quality as well. But I feel like if you're going to be playing him, you got to have 2 people beside him that are really quick. I feel like as long as they have people that are really quick and giving them balls through the center, low balls, high centers, whatever, I'm pretty sure he can make do with that, and he's gonna put his head on it, his foot on it, whatever on it, and he's gonna try to score. Cause this guy's a fighter, you know. You can see it in some of his tapes, in some of his old games. He has goals of all sorts, of all kinds. Guy's top quality, you know. And like I said it before, it's probably gonna be a leadership position. But if the team actually gets behind him, if the manager uses him as a focal point where all their play goes through Zlatan, maybe he might actually get those goals. Maybe they might actually turn around the season. I'm not too sure how their style of play is. I don't know if it's more attacking or more conservative, where they just allow the opponents to have the possession and they just attack on the counter. I'm not too sure because, like I said, I don't watch Serie A. I don't watch AC Milan. But they have, like I said, they have a lot of young talent. And we'll see what he does with this team. It's in his hands. We'll see what he can do, what he can contribute. I mean, he's gonna talk a big talk. All the interviewers love him, and they especially loved him here in the States. But they know him. They know what he can bring. He's gonna bring something new to the table, and it's just more marketing for the league as well. Now you have Zlatan and you have Cristiano. If they had Messi, it'd be a freaking Super League or something. But that's not gonna happen, you know. But we'll see what they can do. I'm not too sure. I don't know if they're still in the Europa League. If they're in that, they might as well try to battle for that. But I feel like this is going to be a battle internally for Zlatan as well. Because I don't know if his ego is going to get in the way or if he's going to actually play for the team. We'll see what happens. We see if he actually plays for the team or not. It all depends on him. We'll see if he gets those 8 goals, if he just gets assists. And we'll see if they actually make it to those positions on the table that they want. This is all I got to say. Hope you like and subscribe, and peace out.